One of the most common misconceptions about adverbs is that people often confuse them with adjectives. They think they are the same thing, but they are not. It's essential to understand the difference between adverbs and adjectives, because using the wrong one can completely change the meaning of a sentence. In this video, let's explore the world of adverbs. Welcome back to my channel. This is your online English tutor at Banky's Corner, where everything about communication, learning skills, about language, English language is discussed. Subscribers, new subscribers, you are welcome to my channel. Do well to like, share, and also subscribe to this channel. So what is an adverb? Simply put, is a word that modifies verbs, adjectives, or even other adverbs. Aside that, it modifies verbs, adjectives, or even other adverbs. It's a word that gives us information about how, when, where, or to what extent something is done. Remember what I said? It gives us more information about how, when, or where, or to what extent an action is done or something is done. Sing this sentence, she sings beautifully. Beautifully here is the adverb. What function is it performing to the verb? Beautifully completes or adds to the meaning of the verb sings. Take a look at another example here. Jill travels occasionally. Jill travels occasionally. Occasionally here is the adverb. Why? It's giving us additional information into how Jill travels. It tells us more about Jill's traveling. Whether it's every day, occasionally, often, or every year. So occasionally here adds more information to the verb, which is travels. Let's move on to the next subtopic under adverb, which is form. Let's move on to the next subtopic on all what you need to know under adverb, which is also part of speech understudy. I want to let you know that most adverbs are formed by adding ly to adjectives. By adding ly to adjectives. Look at these examples. We have adjectives being transformed or changed to adverbs. Take the word bad. This is an adjective. By adding ly, we can change it to adverb. It turns to badly. Selfish is an adjective and can be turned to an adverb by addition of ly. So it turns to selfishly. We have wise, wisely. We have sensible. It turns to sensibly. And so many informations and examples like that. Also, there are adverbs that are not formed from other words. Also, there are other adverbs that are not formed from other words. They are not formed from adjectives. They are not formed from any other parts of speech. Examples: there, everywhere, soon, very, always, now, there, and several others. Functions of adverbs. We have talked about formation of adverbs. Let's move on to the functions of adverbs. Functions of adverbs. What functions do adverbs perform? I've briefly mentioned it in the previously. Basically, the major function of an adverb is to modify the verb in the sentence. The major function of an adverb is to modify the verb in the sentence. Look at these examples. I have some examples here. The teacher teaches well. Well modifies the verb teaches. Let's look at another example. He always comes with girls. He always comes with girls. Always modifies the verb. Always modifies the verb comes in the sentence. So what's the function of the adverb is that one, it modifies the verb in the sentence. Also, look at another example. The children went with the nanny reluctantly. The children went with the nanny reluctantly. Reluctantly modifies the verb went. Other functions of the adverbs are when it comes before or after another adverb. When it comes before or after another adverb, then it modifies the adverb. When it comes before or after another adverb, it modifies the adverb. Let's look at this example. The girl danced very well during the competition. The girl danced very well during the competition. Very modifies the adverb well, which modifies the verb danced. Very modifies the adverb well, which modifies the verb danced. Let's take a look at another function the adverb performs. An adverb also modifies an adjective. Examples: the food is quite tasty. The food is quite tasty. Quite modifies the adjective tasty. The girl is too fat for her age. The girl is too fat for her age. Too modifies the adjective fat. So you can see the three functions of the adverb. Let's go to the classes of adjectives according to their use. Classes of adjectives according to their use. Classes of adverb according to their use. Let me remind the audience that if you want more explanation on adjectives, these are previous videos. Do well to check in my description box and get more information about other parts of speech that have been taught. So classes of adjectives, classes of adverbs according to their use. We have time, we have place, we have manner, We have degree. We have number. We have affirmation and negation. And negation. We are talking about the classes of adverbs according to their use. We have time, we have place, we have manner, we have degree, we have number, and affirmation and negation. Let's take a look at the indicators that shows us if it is time, if it is adverb of place, if it is manner, like that. For time, what are the indicators? We have before, we have now, we have since, we have then, so many that shows time. We have already, we have soon, just like I said, there are many. Seldom, after, while, before, now, since, then, already, soon, seldom, after, while. Let's take one of these as an example. We have met before. The adverb here shows time and also indicates that the before indicates that it is an adverb of time. Let's move on to the next classes of adverbs. The next one is place. What are the indicators for place? We have here, these are pointers. We have there. We have everywhere. Everywhere, nowhere, where, wherever, and so on. Example, they came here yesterday. They came here yesterday. Of course, the adverb that indicates place is here. Let's move on to the next one, which is manner. We have indicators like badly, as if, has, easily, slowly, well. Example, the tall boy won easily. The tall boy won easily. We have degree. What are the indicators for degree? We have almost, much, only, quite, very, and rather. Example, the old lady walked very slowly. The old lady walked very slowly. Of course, the adverb there is well, very, and slowly. Another class of adverb is the one that shows number. Example, once, twice. Sentence example now. They ran twice round the park. The adverb there which shows number is twice. The last type of classes of adverb is affirmation and negation. It shows affirmation and shows negation. Examples which are also indicators are yes, certainly, no, or not. Examples, she can certainly swim. This is an affirmation. She can certainly swim. Let's look at the example of negation. I have not read the book. I have not read the book. Not there shows negation and is also function as an adverb. Please note also that many adverbs are often used as connecting words and therefore become conjunctions. There are some adverbs that connect words together and therefore they are regarded to as conjunctions. Later on, we will treat more of this conjunction. You just stay tuned for more language skills learning. The last segment to be treated under adverb is the comparison of adverb. I hope you are not surprised by hearing that adverb also can take on the comparative and the superlative form. If you need more on adjectives, on how they are compared, check out my previous video and be sure you have more information about adjectives. So adverbs are also compared. Adverbs are compared in the same way as adjectives are. Adverbs which end in ly have their comparative and superlative form by adding more and most. I hope you are not surprised. Adverbs which end in ly have their comparative and their superlative formed by adding more and most, just like in the adjectives. We have adjectives that have their comparative and their superlative by adding form their comparative and superlative by adding more and most. Also in adverb, especially adverbs that end in ly, they have more and most, forming both their comparative and their superlative. Let's look at the examples of such adverbs. We have the positive, we have the comparative, and we have the superlative. Carefully. Carefully. How do we form the comparative? We have more carefully. The superlative, most carefully. Happily. More happily, most happily. Loudly. More loudly, most loudly. Easily. More easily, most easily. We have bravely, bravery, bravely, more bravely, most bravely. Briefly, more briefly, most briefly. We have slowly, more slowly, most slowly. This is the A part of forming of adjective. Let's look at the regular adverbs. Take er and est in forming the comparative and the superlative. Regular adverbs takes er and est in forming the comparative and the superlative. Adverbs like early, this is a positive. The comparative will be earlier and the superlative earliest. We have soon, sooner, soonest. Hard, harder, hardest. Long, longer, longest. Fast, faster, fastest. So many examples to be learned. The C part, which is the irregular, just like we have the regular and irregular verbs, we also have them in adverbs. So the regular adverbs do have a fixed form for their comparative and their superlative. Irregular adverbs do have a fixed form for comparative and superlative. Let's look at the example. For the positive, we have much, the comparative more, the superlative most. Little, less, least, well, better, best, heal, worse, worst, badly, worse, worst, late, later, last. In summary, adverbs are words that modify verbs. Adjectives or other adverbs in a sentence. They also give us more information about how, when, where, or to what extent something is done or carried out. They come in different types, including manner, place, time, degree, affirmation, both in affirmative way or negation or negative. And they are also essential in enhancing our language and communication. Thanks for watching, and if you have a favorite adverb or a question about adverbs, leave a comment below if you want to learn more about grammar topics and language topics. Be sure to check out my next video. Till I see you again, keep learning, keep improving your communication skills. Bye.